Hello out there in YouTube land. Well, as you can see from the title, I've got a little something to show you here. It's not much. I haven't done a lot with it, so this is by no means a review. This is just kind of showing it a little bit and letting you know what it is and how it operates. So stick around, we'll get to it. This is Surviving 2 coming to you with another video. Well, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. And let's get to some of the info on this. And picked it up from Amazon. Shipped really quick. Yeah, I'm primed, so I get stuff next day. But I'm going to take and show you some of the information on it right here, and if you want to, you can go ahead and pause it to see what it looks like and what all it says. And then here's another panel that's around, I believe it's on this side. Here it is superimposed. You can pause it here and check it out and see what you see. All right, now here's a picture of the front of the ROCKPals itself. Now this unit's a 300 watt, what they say a portable generator. So it powers a lot of things, it does a lot of stuff. Will not start your car, but it will start a lot of other stuff going on. And right here, I'm gonna show you the handle on the top of it that pulls up or drops down. And you see I've just got a lighter in there to keep it up. It'll stack a lot of other stuff on it pretty easily. All right, now this little system here, this little portable generator, it's not very big. It's really lightweight for the size of it. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier, and it turned out not to be heavy at all. Now, the pictures you see on the handle gives you a reference, that lighter, that big lighter, as to how big this thing is. It's, like I say, it's not big at all. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then right here are two lights. Each one has a separate control. The lights will also go SOS if you double punch the switches that turn them on and off. All right, now here's the DC1 port. You've got a switch at the top that turns the whole port on and off. And each one of these that you turn on and off shows up on the screen as to what you've got turned on or what you don't. This is a cigarette lighter, and it's 12 volt naturally at 6 amps. And then down below it is a 24 volt 3 amp port for like running mobile refrigerator, something like that. I believe the connector on that's like a 5mm, something like that, in that general range. Now here's the DC2 port. You punch this switch and it activates all 3 of the ports below it. Now these ports are 12 volts and they're 4 amp, and you can be running all 3 at the same time with 4 amps. So that's about 12 amps right there. You can run it once. Now here's the USB outputs. The switch right here activates all them. The first 2 are regular USB outlets, the old style. You can get about 2.1 amps out of them. And then the 2 below it are the fast charge ports, so you can charge things a lot quicker. Now here is the AC port. The switch to turn it on naturally is right above the outlet, and this is 110 volts, and this is a sine wave portable generator. So it's a steady voltage coming out, a lot cleaner. It makes any fans or anything like that that you plug into it and operate off of it, it makes them fairly quiet. They run a lot better. I did plug a small fan in, maybe about that big around, put it up on high speed and let it operate. I think off the screen on the ROCKPals, it said it was pulling like 13 watts. So wasn't a whole heck of a lot, but it was a good amount, and it ran, I think it was a total of about 7 hours. Well, now we'll take a look at the back side of the unit. There's a 110 volt port here that they give you a cord for it so you can plug it into your house current or building current or whatever. And it could actually be anywhere, being an electrician, it can actually be anywhere from 110 volts all the way, I've seen up to 125. So you've got a range in there on most homes. Some are higher, some are lower. But anyway, and this is what it shows up on the screen as when you plug it in and have it charging. It'll take about 7 hours for it to charge up. Now here's another port for the 12 volt or the 18 volt for the solar panel or the cigarette lighter plug. And they give you both cords with the unit. The cigarette lighter plug is just their proprietary plug, along with the ends that goes into your cigarette lighter in a vehicle, or what they call the power ports now in a vehicle, and you can charge it off of that. So while you're on a trip, you finished one day, you're going somewhere else, you can plug this puppy into one of those ports and sit there and charge it while you're driving. And it should do, I think they said about the same amount, or sometime around 7 hours, something like that, give or take a little bit for it to charge up. So the other connection is for the solar panel. They give you this cord. It's got their proprietary end on it, and the other end of it is MC4 connectors. You can come from a 100 watt solar panel and connect straight into it, and that will charge it. And from what ROCKPals says, and I haven't tested yet because I don't have a 100 watt solar panel, from what ROCKPals says, it'll charge in about 7 hours, somewhere thereabouts, maybe, you know, depending on the sun. I'm happy with it so far. It's done real well. Like I said, I tested the fan. I've been charging USB stuff. That works great. Don't have any other things to plug into it right now. Plan on getting some. Wouldn't mind getting a light set, something like that you get from Goal Zero, that you can plug them in and use those other ports on it, and that way you can have lights when you're camping or something like that. And there's several things I'd like to get with this. I still got to get a solar panel. ROCKPals says that their 100 watt does a real good job, but I've been reading some of the reviews, not thrilled about what I'm reading on the reviews. Looked at some other items, some other panels. It looks like the little puppy requires somewhere around 18 volts in order for it to be charging really good. So some of the solar panels, you can come right straight off of it. I forget what the solar panel port connections are and everything, so it's pretty good. The system controller in it that is for the solar panel is an MPPT, and that is if you get a lot more voltage from your solar panel, it takes that extra voltage and it clips it off, but it takes the extra voltage that's coming in and it converts it into amperage, so it charges a lot faster. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's some of the new technology that's out there, that, from what I understand, what little I understand. So it's a lithium-ion battery, and I think it's pretty good so far. Like I say, it's about a 300 watt, 280, something like that, I think, actually, what it was, if I remember right. Yeah, they say 300 watt continuous power, and the peak power is 600, and 340 plus or minus 20 watts is overload protection. And it will shut itself off. As it's charging, it will shut itself down, and then you still have to hit the buttons on the front, and there's some other stuff along with it. Like I say, still working with it. It's a work in progress. So anyway, just thought I'd share it. Thought it was pretty cool from what I had been reading and what I've looked around for. So thought I'd share it with you guys out there. And that's it for this time. See you on the next one. Y'all take care. Later. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more in the future that I put out, just subscribe. Until then, later.